He walked in at 6:42 p.m. sharp, the same precision he used to build his empire and the same precision I used to dismantle it. I heard his key scrape the lock, his familiar whistle. I stayed seated at the kitchen island, a glass of red wine untouched, the house too still. He didn't notice at first. He never did. When he finally looked up, his smile faltered. "Lucia," he said. Funny, he hadn't called me that in months. I met Daniel 12 years ago at a charity gala in Madrid. He was all ambition and charm, fluent in numbers and flattery. I was the quiet investor with the instincts he needed. Together, we built Velar Systems, a security firm that promised safety to the world. Irony has a sense of humor. In the early years, we were unstoppable, partners in business, lovers at home, conspirators in dreams. I signed the checks, he made the speeches. And I believed him when he said, "We're building something that will outlast us both." He wasn't wrong. It started small, the late-night calls in the study, the hushed tones. The sudden trips, the passwords changed, the new cologne that didn't smell like us. But it was one night, 3 months ago, that peeled away the last illusion. He thought I was asleep. I wasn't. I heard him on the phone, speaking Spanish, his accent rough, careless. He said, "Todo saldrá bien. El plan está en marcha. Cuando se vaya, transferimos todo. Everything will go smoothly. The plan is in motion. When she leaves, we transfer it all." I lay there, staring at the ceiling. She leaves. Me. The woman who funded every cent of his empire. The next morning, he smiled like a wolf dressed for Sunday Mass and said, "You should take a trip, cariño. A little break. Paris, maybe. My treat." What he didn't know was that I speak Spanish. Panic is useless. Revenge requires stillness. I said yes to Paris, smiled, kissed him goodbye at the airport like a dutiful wife. Then I flew to Zurich instead. The accounts were all under the company's umbrella, but I had built the structure. I knew where the real veins ran. Offshore accounts, shell subsidiaries, silent partners. All roads led back to me, and to the clauses he never bothered to read. Every transfer, every investment in his name was legally traceable to me. Quietly, I redirected the streams. Millions shifted overnight. Not stolen, reclaimed. Then I planted what he'd recognized too late, an anonymous tip to the board about financial discrepancies, routed through his partner's server. The partner, his new confidant, had a habit of keeping illegal backups. I made sure the trail pointed exactly where it should. By the time Daniel realized something was wrong, his accounts were frozen, his partner had vanished, and the board had called an emergency meeting. I watched from my apartment balcony, a glass of wine in hand, as his name trended on financial news for alleged embezzlement. He called me 15 times that day. I didn't answer. Now, here we are. He stands in the doorway, the color drained from his face. He's heard by now. The investigation, the collapse, the board's vote. Velar Systems no longer belongs to him. His name's been scrubbed from the site, replaced by mine. "Lucia," he says again, softer, "we can fix this. You don't understand." I tilt my head. "Oh, I understand perfectly. You planned to take everything. You just miscalculated who you were stealing from." He stammers something about love, about mistakes, about how it wasn't supposed to go this far. His voice cracks on the word love like it's a foreign language he barely remembers. I slide a folder across the marble. Inside, the divorce papers, already signed, and a copy of the transfer records. His own signature gleaming in ink. Time-stamped. "I didn't forge them," I whisper. "You did. Months ago. Remember when I said you should read before signing?" He opens his mouth, then closes it. The realization lands, Hard, heavy, final. Outside, a car engine hums, the investigator's vehicle waiting to escort him to his hearing. I stand, smoothing my dress, steady as glass. I built your kingdom, Daniel. All I did was reclaim my throne. He reaches for me, desperate, pleading, but I step back. For once, he can't control the narrative. When the door closes behind him, the silence feels clean. No rage, no grief, just release. I pour the wine down the sink. It was never about the drink. It was about the moment, the pause before the world shifts. And as I walk through the house, my house, I let a small smile curve at the edge of my mouth. Because I didn't just destroy him. I rewrote the ending, and this time it's mine.